Live here at DigiMarcon and Texpo here in Boston, and I have a very special guest. We have Emilio. How do you pronounce your last name?
Bogantes.
Bogantes. I want to make sure I say it correctly in the
Yes, you
in the
did.
Costa Rican accent style. Okay, and we also have Tonya the Sloth. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Very special guest here. So I'd like to just get into a little about your background and your work at MIT, which is pretty special here, and then we'll talk a little bit about the Sloth and the inspiration for this particular patriotic resemblance of your company.
Yeah, sure. Well, so I'm originally from Costa Rica. Software engineer is my background, so I live with coding, all that kind of stuff, websites, mobile apps, right? So I studied in National University, which is in Heredia, is one of the provinces of Costa Rica, and then next to the capital city, San Jose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I have been working for agencies, digital production agencies, software engineering companies for almost 12 years. Then I had this opportunity to start working for a startup here at Boston. It was remote, but then I started to search for some programs on the Chief Technology Officer program. And then I
Mm-hmm.
found this blended professional program that the MIT has, and then I joined. It was a little bit more than a year, and with two residential weeks. So, but
Mm-hmm.
that was really great because in this part of the story that where Pangea Holdings begins, because I was here with my wife. We were walking on the MIT campus on
Mm-hmm.
the Globe, right over
Mm-hmm.
there in front of the Charles River, right?
Yeah.
And I felt like this, this how do I say, like vibes,
Yeah.
that we needed to start a company again. It was a dream that we have in the past, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we started to do it right away. It was the residential week here at MIT, and then we came back to Costa Rica, and we started to get everything arranged, right,
Mm-hmm.
business wise, and we found a company which it's experience driven company. That's part of the things that we do differently to others. Everything is experience for us. That's why we say we are transforming ideas into exceptional experiences, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And yeah, we have
It's a
a
sloth. Yeah.
cyber,
Yeah. I
yeah,
love it.
yeah, the cybersecurity, digital experiences, neurocells. So it's a combination of things that when we build something, let's say the mobile app or a website, everything needs to have this emotional component for experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that we're bringing here to Boston, to the US. We want to share with everyone that it's something that is changing the world. Is the way we handle services, the way we build things should be experience driven, right?
Mm-hmm. 100%. And see, they're quite an experience here with the sloth. I love it. It's been one of my favorite booths, actually, of all Digimarcon year. It's fabulous. So, on that note of experience, I have to say your story is really compelling because you really are the self-made entrepreneur. You made your dream happen, which is really exciting. Can you go a little about the sloth, like how that idea came to you and the expression? You had a beautiful Costa Rican expression that you explained to me earlier about what that represents.
Yeah, well, in Costa Rica we have different animals, and the sloth it's a symbol. If you go to Costa Rica, you'll notice the sloth since you get in the airport.
Hmm.
So he will be everywhere, and as a symbol, it's important because they are in our forests everywhere, and you know um, it represents like the sense of how we are the Ticos, the Costa Ricans. There is a saying that everybody knows, I think, worldwide as "pura vida," right? Which I can summarize. It means a lot of stuff. We can talk about it like all day here, but it says that we're chill, right? Chill
Mm-hmm.
like the slot.
Chill like the sloth.
Chill like the slot, right? Right here, this slot is not chill. It's dancing, right? But
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, it's kind of that the chill, and we decided to choose Tonyo, right,
Hmm.
our slot as our mascot because I think it represents um, our identity as Costa Ricans, right?
Hmm.
Which is very important for us. It is essential. It's something we want to share, and also because we have a lot of sustainability goals, and as Costa Rica is, we are always, into the green. We have a lot of forests, green stuff, and that's something that we have in our hearts, which
Mm.
is very important for us,
Hmm.
right?
So you're also involved with a like a fundraiser, right? To plant more trees and sustainability. You want to
Yes,
talk a little about
something I
that? Yeah.
told you about that. Yeah, so Tonyo, right, right here, we have a campaign. It's in our website. We can share that later, right? It's about, worldwide, and specifically, well, in our country, despite that we are very green. There are people that are removing trees from our forests, right? So we're trying to plant more trees, for the slots to have where to live, right? Because
Hmm.
that's important for them. So that's what we're fundraising. As small as $1, whatever you can have, right? So they can start planting trees. So the slots where they will have where to live, right?
Hmm.
Their habitat, right?
And also speaking about nature and growing things, you guys have coffee, and this coffee we've been told is like the best coffee. In fact, it's so good it's better even than the conference coffee we had planned. Can you guys talk a little about how that came to be and your coffee brand as well?
Yeah, that's another story, important story. So our families they come from, coffee farm story.
Oh
So
wow!
my grandparent, so his dad, right, sloth,
Yes, yeah.
Tonyo's dad, right? So they had a coffee farm.
Mm.
Yeah, my wife as well. Her family comes from coffee family farm, right? And right now, nowadays, so we had the opportunity to bring a new concept of coffee, which is coffee of experience, which is related to the concept of experience driven that we have at Pangea Holdings, right?
I sense a theme going on here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, that's what it's related to it. Regarding the name, it's Cafe Govantes. It's
Mm.
similar to my last name, right? It's a last name that comes from Spain.
Hmm.
And when they came to Costa Rica, there was a variation on how they spell it. It starts with a B. My last name starts with a B, but in the past it was with G, right?
Mm.
Then they changed it, so that's also like, we're giving a name that has a meaning for us in the past as well.
Hmm.
And yeah, so our coffee is really great. I think Costa Rican coffee is the best coffee of the world. There may be some people that, I don't know, from other countries, they would say it's theirs. It's
Hmm.
okay. For I think for everyone, the coffee is the best. So
Well, it's definitely
yeah,
the best coffee at this conference. We'll say
yeah, I'm
that.
pretty pretty
Yeah. So.
pretty sure about that. Yeah, and yeah, we're trying to make it a lot different than the current coffee brewers, coffee farms, brands, right? Um, for example, that packaging, it's something that we are innovating. It's kind of different. We have seen just a few of them worldwide. I think in Asia, somebody showed it here in the conference. One similar presentation. It's like you open the back, right, and there is like a tea bag inside, and then you open like the wings, and then you just pour water on the cup,
Mm.
like.
Hmm.
So in Costa Rica, there is like the method, the classical, I would say, method, or the regular way to have coffee. There is like this. It's kind of like a sock, right? Where you have to pour water in, right?
Hmm.
It's the big one with how do you say the circle? I forgot the
Like the coffee filter built into it, or
not the
the.
coffee filter. Well, let's say the coffee filter is like that, right? But we,
Hmm.
we just have like I just forgot the name, but whatever. You pour the water in, right, on the cup, and then you just wait for it to get to the
Hmm.
cup. That's like the same effect that we're getting here, just smaller
Hmm.
and practical, like for travel, right, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. And it's a creative little. I don't know if you can show them here, but the way they were doing it before, like the wings, you pour the water in, and then you have the coffee in the cup. But it's almost like a mini. Because in America we have these big coffee machines. You put the filters in, and then it like filters out. So it's that idea, but you're doing it like all in the
Yeah,
cup. Yeah.
yeah.
So it's like
And by
really
the way,
fresh.
the
Yep.
cup holder also has some artisan details. My mother, the cup holder. Yeah. there is something printed. Yeah,
I don't know if I can see it.
it was mainly drawn. Yeah, you see.
Yeah, have
Uh,
a nice day, and
no,
it's got the.
this. So there are many. There is slots as well.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. My mom helped to do it manually. It's handmade.
Wow,
Yeah,
these are all handmade.
yeah. No, just a
Just
drawing.
the
Yes,
drawing is handmade.
exactly,
So it's like
exactly.
painted on there,
Yeah,
or
painted.
wow.
Yeah,
So everything they do is made with love. See,
yeah,
yeah,
exactly,
yes.
exactly. Everything is done with
That's
love. Yeah,
that's really fantastic. All right, if someone wanted to find out more
yeah,
about maybe your coffee and your company, how could they get in touch with you on
yeah.
social?
It's
Yeah,
they.
how can they find out about the sloth?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can. You can browse www.pangia.cr, right,
Okay.
or pangia.holdings. That one works, and you can find us on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, the same way. Pangia Holdings. Yeah,
Pangea, Pangea, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Pangea. Yeah,
And as we're
because
talking,
there is another one. Don't confuse us because there is one that has like ENA together because it's another way to write Pangea, right?
mm,
And just something to say and leverage about the word Pangea, right? And why we chose that, right? Is because of the supercontinent, right? That created all the continents that we have right now.
mm.
They were many, right? They are many now, sorry, and they were just one.
Yes, the
So while
original
we are
continent.
building different pieces, in this case different lines of business or different processes, right,
Mhm.
and we are bringing them together to work on a project to help you to build an experience. That's like the concept that we're bringing here. Yeah,
I really, really like that. Yeah, pandering back to the original supercontinent and that idea of like bridging all these gaps and bringing together. I think if there's any way to bring people together, it's coffee. So,
yeah,
coffee and sloths, right? You guys are doing something right. So, uh,
yeah. And for the
I-
coffee, I think
yes.
it will be available soon. We have the store almost ready. We're just working with payment gateways and stuff,
Hmm.
and we will be exporting worldwide. Yeah,
Fantastic. All right. So, Emilio Bogantes, how you spell his last name is Bogantes.
yeah.
And we're just so grateful to have him, Antonio the Sloth, on our podcast. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you again
All right.
very soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.